It's the best therapy in the world. You know, you painting, you just forget about everything. You lose yourself in your artwork, and you enjoy doing that. But when you also could have a positive impact on other people's lives, man, it's a bonus. The project was the Austin Convention Center Marshalling Yard Murals project. It was supposed to be an opportunity to do something for the convention center, but also for the community of Montopolis. And they're the ones who selected me to do this mural. What they told me when they selected me to do the mural is that they want something that they feel could last and be part of the community for a long time, that represents them, their vibrance, their joy, their happiness. But they feel that the Bydee people kind of keep their spirit going over there. So I was happy to hear that. Bydee means bringing you delightful, entertaining experiences. And the way I explain it in the story is that Bydee people, fictitious people, came to this world to show us how to be happy. And they express their happiness in the colors and the movement. They say more colors, more happiness. Well, the mural is 30 feet high and 340 feet long. It consists of 5 panels: children, teenagers, families, adults, and seniors. With this project, we wanted to make sure that the community participate. And they were so eager to be part of it. And what I love about it is the fact that when they look at it now, they can say, I did this. I use my art to feel happy. You know, when I look at my art, I feel it, I see it, you know. So, and I tell people the only difference between me and you is I see it before you do, but I'm just as excited about it as you are, because it's all about happiness.